Hi, I'm the host of the STO Smokers Lounge. I'm here to tell you about Anchor, the perfect app that you can use right now to start your own podcast network. You can broadcast right now. All you got to do is download the app, whether you have a phone, iPad, or even a laptop or desktop. You can right now download Anchor or go to Anchor FM right now and start recording and have your stuff broadcasted over multiple platforms such as Spotify. So go to Anchor today and start your podcast career like I have. Because trust me, I love me some Anchor.
In history, one of the most highly debated topics in the world. Does God think that homosexuality is a sin? See, it's crazy that when you look at everything, that the Christian faith, the Muslim faith, is probably one of the biggest religions that really have something against homosexuality. Even in the Bible, when you think about it, the first creations was actually the angels. They were actually hermaphrodites. They had both penises as well as a pussy. When Adam was created, he was hermaphrodite as well. Remember in the Bible when they said, we shall make him in the image of us? What the fuck was us? And then, of course, it said when he made Eve, God made Eve, he took a rib from Adam and closed the womb. But here's the crazy part. Womb back then was considered pussy. See, people don't really tell you about the technicalities of things. When you look at Christianity, for years, for centuries, they have persecuted, attacked homosexuals, killed them, tried to beat the homosexuality. But no one never really answered the question. The biggest question which I'm about to tackle today is, does God really hate homosexuals? And is homosexuality an actual sin? Is it man's lie or is it God's truth? But we're about to dig into that here today. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge, and I am your host, Kavanaugh, aka the Southern Champ. We're here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcast career. All you got to do is download it on your phone or go to anchor.fm on your laptop, set up a profile, and start podcasting today. I am known as the porn rap star. You know what it is. I used to do adult film. I also rap, and I also run my own podcast. So with that being said, go to allmylinks.com/porn rap star, where you can check out my porn. Listen to my music, my new releases that I have streaming all over the place, as well as follow me on social media. Also, we are sponsored by the Facebook of the LS community. I'm talking about lsworld.com. Go there today, get yourself a profile, interact with other kink-minded individuals like yourself. Find events in your area you might could attend and mingle with other kink-minded people like yourself. So go to lsworld.com today and start your adventure into the BDSM and swinging lifestyle today. Also, the Smokers Lounge is a proud member, and I truly mean proud member of the GW District Black Podcast Network. We're talking about now close to 19 podcasts that give you the black experience. Plus, while you're there, you can get some shopping done. You can buy products from over 1,000 black retailers. So go over to shopgwdistrict.com. Go over to shopgwdistrict.com. Buy black, support black businesses, build the black economy so that we can build generational wealth. Now, this is, as you know, Pride Month. This is the month that is set aside nationally by the government, recognized by the world, is the month that we discuss and celebrate the community. I don't feel like saying all the letters. No disrespect to them. And I had someone mention this topic to me because I did a topic discussing Christianity and white privilege. Where basically, because of Christianity, white privilege exists. And I explained how the two coalesce in the whole nine. So a friend of mine said, well, I can't wait to do the one where you discuss homosexuality and Christianity. Took me a while to get to this topic. It was funny how it was Pride Month. I said, well, this would be the perfect time to do it. So I went and did research and I looked. Now, understand, when I do podcasts, this is more commentary. I'm going to give you some facts. I can't, the sources, you can Google this shit. What the hell? What more can I say? But what I give you is a totality. I look at everything as a whole and then I give you my honest opinion and thoughts in the whole nine. So when it comes to this subject here, before we even tap into Christianity, religions, and all that, let's look at the context of homosexuality. Now, as I mentioned in the open, I say it's funny because when I did my research that really Christianity and the Islam faith are the ones that really have an issue or look at or condemn or demonize homosexuality. Prior to the thought of Islam or the thought of Christianity, homosexuality was a part of life. They just didn't call it homosexuality. With the Greeks, such as the Spartans and Athens, there were certain rituals that they did. But the thing is, was they wasn't fucking men, they was fucking boys. Okay? And the reason for this, because these rituals were to turn the men who was warriors into, the boys who were becoming warriors into men. This is actual factual shit you can look up on fucking Wiki. Funny how even in the 300, Leonidas made a joke about the thing is called the boy fuckers. It was important to think about this for a second. In Shakespearean plays, the female was played by a boy. In a lot of cases, in many of society, they were fucking boys. I'm just saying, is that not still homosexuality? But they didn't call it homosexuality. Then when you think about ancient alien theories, when we go to creation on that end, right? Okay, let's say we were created. Which the evidence there's possible, but I'm not here to discuss that right now. With that being said, think about this. Okay, they create all these humans. Then they create the male. Then they create the female. I don't think that they understood the concept of homosexuality and of that. It probably was when they got fucking horny. The dude probably fucked a chick and it felt good. And then the dude probably like, well shit, if it feel good, we fuck you. And he fucked the dude. He might like it, he might not. We don't know. But was there really a concept of homosexuality? Homosexuality actually didn't become a concept until actually the early Roman Empire. What they called it was man-on-man sex. But if you notice in the books, they never say man-on-boy sex. No distinction on that. You have numerous shits in the Bible where there was homosexual acts. God didn't strike nobody down and none of that. But like I said before, even in Rome, before Christianity, before Christ, what the fuck was orgies? An orgy was men and women fucked each other. Literally fucked each other. Everybody was fucking each other. So that means if you turned around and there was a man there, y'all fucked. Turned around was a man and a woman, they fucked. Woman, they fucked. See, many societies did not look at man on man or woman on woman as immoral or dirty. Now, there was tribes in the Middle East that might have looked upon it as unnatural, but There was no center religion or thought or process or anything that's found in any of these civilizations where they said they condemned homosexuality, same sex, or what have you. So right there, if the Romans, think about this. You never heard the Greeks say, well, you know, man don't fuck man. But I'm pretty sure you can find a couple of things in Greece where there's some shit went down like that. Rome, come on now. What they say in Rome, do what the Romans do. So homosexuality has been around. So now it brings us to Christianity and Islam, but mainly Christianity because that's really when it comes to America and the world, the most influential and strongest of the two religions. Even though both religions are mostly the two dominant. But when it comes to Christianity, they look at homosexuality through the peers of the teaching and the doctrine of the Bible, or what they say is Christ or God. But as I looked at all the chapters, everything that discusses sex when it comes to homosexuality and the whole nine, it's not a clear statement that God ever said that it was a sin for man to be with man. Hear me out. I dare any preacher that says that in any verse clearly states God says, I will strike thee down if man slept with man. Majority of the stuff that was discussed in the Bibles was actually, if you want to be honest, was really man condemning man on man sex. Think about that. Smoke that over for a minute. Men, they made the punishment. Man on man sex, she got stoned. Hell, females that cheated on their husbands got stoned. It was not encouraged. And the reason why they say it was encouraged because it was the natural balance. But who actually said it was the natural balance? Because remember, Christianity was not really truly formed until the Holy Roman Empire, which ended up being the Holy Catholic Church, which we all know that they love fucking boys. Interesting, right? You see, the thing about it, they also try to use, I understand, Ham and Noah. See, here's the thing that they're not understanding. The sin wasn't that Ham did a homosexual act on Noah. Noah was his dad. But funny how, in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, which I'm about to dig into that, but the two daughters of Lot got Lot drunk and both basically raped their dad to get pregnant. I didn't see God strike them down. I didn't see in any verse they're going to hell. Actuality, they never said in the Bible that man sleeps with man is going to hell. I do not ever remember seeing that in any passage. And trust me, I've been looking up passages for the last 2 weeks. And I found that interesting. Where did that concept come from? Why was that an actual push by the Muslim faith and the church faith? The reason why, because they figured, and this is their terminology and their thought process, is that because a woman can get pregnant, the natural order thing is for a man to be with a woman. And that supposed to be the union. That supposed to be marriage. But in the same token, if God really was against homosexuality, if he felt it was unnatural, he would strike anyone down back in that day who did it. He They killed Joseph's two sons, because they didn't light the candles correctly when they walked into the goddamn temple. Think about that. He punished David because David got his best friend killed so he can marry his wife. Punished Solomon because Solomon disobeyed his orders, but he didn't do shit to Lot's two daughters. And Ham was condemned not by God, but actually by the dad. It said Noah, which makes you wonder, was Noah God? But that's a totally different story. Okay, that's a totally different story from another day, because we can talk vessels, the different forms that God came. But anyway, see, I told you I get deep in this motherfucker. I'm gonna make you have to smoke that whole motherfucking blunt and get lined up enough with behind it like this nigga done got. See, people don't think about that shit. See, we are so used to being told a certain thing that we never ask the fucking question, well, why is that? And then people get mad when they ask. It's just like the shit that's going on with the racism curriculum. When the white lady said, I don't want my children to hear about slavery and racism, and what you don't want your children to hear about, their great-great-great-granddaddy won't shit. It was a racist piece of shit who used to motherfucking kill and enslave and rape black women and children, motherfucker. But you damn sure want everybody to know the history of that goddamn black dude, though. Different show. Let's get back on topic, show. So my point being is, there's no definitive thing in the Bible that any preacher can sit here and say that, yeah, you're going to hell is complete sin. It's not on the 10 Commandments. Those are the main sins. So what is it about homosexuality that made the Catholic Church feel some type of way? Made Islam and the whole nine? Because it was men who made a decision that gay homosexuality is wrong. And Sodom and Gomorrah, let's talk about it, because that's the one that everybody love to go to. Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, first of all, sodomize come from sodomy. Come from Sodom and Gomorrah, sodomy. What is sodomy? Rape. Now let me explain to you. When they were saying wicked, the first thing every Bible bumper go to is, it was saying men was laying with men. Funny how he said wicked. It was they were laying with men. That was the interpretation. No, they were raping men. Women was raping men. And they were doing heinous shit. They were evil. Now, if you really want to go there, it's around the time where the angels was getting it on with the farmer's daughters, but hey, I don't want to go down that tangent. Also, let's not forget. No, this was after Noah. This was after Noah, my bad. The point being is, Sodom and Gomorrah was actually, they said wicked. What made it wicked was the things that people was doing. They were not willing, the people that they were fucking was not allowing them to fuck them willingly. Like, yeah, I find you sexy. You can come over here and stick that dick in my ass. No, motherfucker said, I'm a booty warrior. Look, listen here. I like you, and I want you. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Well, I don't think we're going to be doing anything, sir. Oh, so you want to do this the hard way. See, that what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. When they knocked on the door when the two angels was in there, they won't knock on the door and talk about, excuse me, can we please buy y'all some coffee or some drink? You know, you want to smoke a blunt? Can we have a conversation? Can we exchange phone numbers? No, they were going to rape the fuck out of those two fucking angels. Mind you, angels were hermaphrodites. At that time, they were supposed to be the perfect being, the perfect merger of woman and man. That's why they were so goddamn pretty. These motherfuckers wanted to rape him. They was like, Lot offered his daughters. They was like, man, fuck them bitches. I want them two niggas right there. Yeah. Think about that. So it had nothing to do with homosexuality. It was the way that they were getting the ass and the pussy. You're not supposed to violate nobody. But see, what happened is, just like with religion when it came to slavery, just like with religion when Hitler used it against the Jews, he was in power and make the rules. So what do I do? Because I'm ashamed of myself. Somebody, I guarantee it was a bunch of them that was sitting there fucking little choir boys, and they said, I feel terrible. So it because I'm actually gay, I think that it's something that I was born with. I must have some type of demon. So I'm going to torture myself and torture everybody that's gay. God never said gays can't get married. Actually, if I do recall, a lot of the bullshit that y'all talk about is actually Old Testament. We in the New Testament, Christ him died. And technically, he actually came back because he did raise from the grave, I do recall. And as the Bible says, he went to hell and snatched his crown back from the devil and slapped that bitch and told him, shut the fuck up. Daddy's back home, nigga. So understand this. Basically what I'm saying is at the end of the day, people want to behold to old shit that don't match today or even match what God wanted or intended. Because let me give you something real deep. Let me give you something that you fucking Bible thumpers, you fucking homophobic sons of bitches, you motherfuckers that got something to say every time a child that sit here and says, I want to be a he, they, she, or what have you, like with Dwayne Wade or whomever got something to say about this child. Let me break this down. You say God is perfect. I'm going to say this again. You say God is perfect. He makes no fucking mistakes, right? So if you say gay is wrong, if you say someone loving a man is wrong, if you say a woman loving a woman is wrong, if you say that you shouldn't be bisexual, you can't get married, you can't live a normal life, you can't be transsexual. Okay, then if you saying all that, then guess what you basically saying? You basically saying your God, Allah, what the fuck ever you pray to is not perfect. He has the ability to make a fucking mistake. Meaning, God is not perfect. I just blew your fucking mind. You welcome. Anyone that sit here and say, and I hope I hear some Bible thumpers that hear this shit, and I'm actually going to make a point to make a fucking whole trailer, or what the fuck I'm going to say, I'm going to repeat this again. If you say God is perfect, God makes no mistakes, everything he do is good, you sitting here saying that homosexuals going to hell, homosexuality is a sin, homosexuality is evil, then you basically saying that God made a mistake when he created a human being who woke up and realized I'm in love with men and I'm a man. I love both. I don't give a fuck if you're a man or a woman or you're a transsexual. Hell, you can be from Mars. If I love you, you can get fucked. See? Smoke that over on that one. But see, if you say that to a Bible thumper, they'll lose their fucking mind. They'll be ready to fight your ass. You say that to a man of Islam, he'll be ready to cut you. But it's the truth. Let me explain to you the reason why religion does not allow religion. Now, here's the funny part. I want you to understand this. Hold on. Also through my research, I forgot to mention that. Do you realize that Christianity is really the only, Christianity and Islam is the only religions that actually has doctrine that's against homosexuality? Buddha said, I don't give a fuck. Enjoy life. Think about that. Only in Europe, and you can say the Middle East, those cultures at that time looked at homosexuality as bad. I didn't hear nothing about it in the Vikings' tales. I ain't hear nothing about it in Greece. I'm pretty sure some shit went down in motherfucking back in the day in Egypt. You ain't hear too much about that shit. I'm pretty sure that Julius Caesar and Cleopatra had some wild nights with both men and women. He's a Roman, she's an Egyptian. Hey, what can I say? There was a lot of fucking going on. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's more of the people that was in power wanted us to adhere to a certain standard and view of the world that they wanted. It had nothing to do with God. It had nothing to do with religion. It had nothing to do. It was their personal issues and hang-ups. Think about the Spanish Inquisition. It just wasn't heretics that went against the Bible that was getting murked. It was also people that was homosexuals and lesbians, men and women. They used the witch trials as a fucking excuse to kill homosexuals. Trust me on that. Homosexuals, Indians, and blacks, and anything other than heterosexual white folk has been catching hell. Think about that. And who is Christians, for the most part? Where Christianity come from? And I'm tired of people saying, no, it came from Bethlehem, Jerusalem. No, bitch, no. It didn't even have a name then. And guess who said Jerusalem was the Holy Land? The Bible, actually, the Catholic Church. But funny how the most holiest man, I'm going to keep saying that, does not even live in Israel. The Pope. Interesting, don't you think? Because you want to know why? Christianity as we know it came to form during the Holy Roman Empire. They were the ones that did not want homosexuality a part of their shit. They also didn't want any other religion a part of their shit. You either conform to die. This the same shit that I told y'all in the other episode. Then we move forward to, oh, there was Jews that were homosexuals, and there was Germans who were homosexuals that got it just as good as the Jews that were homosexual during the Holocaust. See, understand something. It was always because a group of people who felt the world should be like this and only cared about their bubble. Many because they were told that way, it was raised that way, it was brainwashed from the womb to the tomb. They were brainwashed into thinking homosexuality is evil. I know this. I was in churches where I heard homosexuality going to hell. They got a demon in them. They need to be exorcised. Can you imagine the things that they did to homosexuals back in the day? If you were black and a homosexual, I can imagine what they'll do to you. See, even though we might have progressed, we still in the same spot. Think about this. The Bible says, God says, come as you are. Does that not count as being homosexual? Jesus Christ took stripes on his back and died on the cross for our sins. So, okay, devil's advocate. Let's say it is a sin. Well, he died on the cross for the sins. So that means all sins can be forgiven. You got me needs to ask for forgiveness. So, gay man, I'm gonna tell you what's funny. You might see more gay people in heaven than some of these straight motherfuckers. Don't be surprised. Because at the end of the day, people should have the right to live the life the way they want to live it. And praise who they want to praise and worship in the way that they want to worship. That's the reason why the two ladies that I have on the cover of this podcast episode, one is Christian, one is Islamic. They were able to come together and love each other and be married, and they're lesbian. Stop playing with me. We need to stop lying to ourselves. We need to stop using that good book to push agendas that is selfish and not even natural. You say homosexuality not natural. Let me tell you what's not natural. Telling somebody how to live their fucking life, that's not natural. You pushing your issues on me is not natural. You want to talk about it? God said preach to people. He didn't say motherfucking try to shove it down their throat. He still wants us to have a choice if we a choice. And to be honest with you, he already know where we're going. He already set the path. So at the end of the fucking day, he already had the message laid out. But see, the problem is that man didn't like the message because it didn't fit man's agenda. So guess what? Black people are cursed. Anything that came from Ham, which is black, Asian, Samoan, Indian, everything that's not white or Arab, because Arab was Ham, was cursed because of a homosexual act. Interesting, don't you find that? Don't you find that interesting? I just had to bring that back to you again. See how everything just comes around? Oh, and guess who came up with the notion and the real hatred of homosexuality? Motherfucking white people. God damn it, stop playing with me. And they were the main ones that were homosexual. French, hello. Germany, Actuality, won't the joke with some of the white mountain men, especially the Vikings, used to fuck sheep? I don't need to say no more. Did you ever heard of Africans fucking sheep? No. Who's fucking women? We don't fucking women. No, we live in the jungle. We can't fuck a lion, motherfucker. Y'all fucking sheep. Come on. Bottom line, religion has corrupted our society from day one, from the inception of the Holy Roman Empire. When that man, the King of Franks, put the cross on his shit and made a decision that what he felt and what he interpreted what the good book said would go, and anything else means nothing. And look how it's lasted all the way up to 2021. And this was back, God, I can't even go, I can't even tell you which century it was. Funny how white privilege and the hatred for homosexuality, slave trade, how all this is tied up in a bow. So this is what I want you to understand when I say this. And I'm not knocking anybody of their faith or what they believe. But God always wants us to seek the fucking truth no matter what. Don't always take into account what someone tells you. Use your mind. That's why I always say we believe everything, but we trust nothing. We don't even trust our own fucking logic and heart and feelings. Because even a racist, even the most homophobic motherfucker on the planet doesn't sleep good at night because he know his thought process and the way that he feel is wrong. But he don't want to listen to his conscience. He want to believe what the fuck he want to believe and what he was taught. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of experience? You didn't learn anything. Smoke that over. Happy Pride Month.